NFL Fields? Y'all gonna put me on? From a personality standpoint, TJ is gonna talk. He's gonna tell you exactly how he feels. Wake up, Cam! Wake up, Cam! Wake up! TJ Ward! Oh! Welcome to Safety First. I'm TJ Ward, man. Just returning from Denver for Demaryius Thomas Ring of Honor ceremony. 10-year anniversary of Super Bowl 50 team and the Broncos game versus the New York Giants. I am going to start off by saying how blessed, honored, and grateful I am to be a part of the 2015 Denver Broncos team, Super Bowl 50 winning team. And I want to send a special shout out to the Denver Broncos and complete organization for flying all of us out, showing us a great time. Hospitality was amazing. Hotel was amazing. Seeing our, old teammates, most of them. I mean, I think it was only about a handful of guys that weren't there, but man, what an amazing weekend. What an amazing weekend. Catching up with teammates, children that we've seen and haven't seen in these 10 years. Man, it's incredible. Families growing, kids getting older. Man, what an amazing. And then to put the cherry on top, the Denver Broncos come back and beat the New York Giants in amazing last-minute championship fashion. At home, in front of Broncos country. Man, it was a pleasure to be there. It was a pleasure to be there in that same atmosphere in which we won our championships. It reminded me, man, the crowd going, the situation, defense needing to stop, defense having to get the ball back, offense needing a big play, and all of it came. All of it came in championship fashion, and it reminded me of when we won the Super Bowl. And that's why I got the Broncos at least in the AFC Championship game. Now, the Colts are running. So I have them too, AFC Championship, Colts, Broncos, and I think we get them back and get back to the Super Bowl. We get them back for that loss we had early in the season that was really, I hate saying shouldn't have been a loss in the NFL, but we could have combated that better and won that game. But nonetheless, let's get to the ceremony. Celebration of Demaryius Thomas, number 88, or as Emmanuel Sanier said, and now I can't get that out of my mind, infinity. 88, infinity, forever and ever, man. And that's exactly how we feel about DT, man. DT will live in our hearts forever and ever. His face will be seen forever and ever. And that's just how it is, man. One of the greatest players I've ever had the privilege of playing with, and one of the greatest people I've had the privilege to know, right? And if you know DT, like I knew DT, or even a little bit less, it really didn't matter because he showed that same type of sincerity, love, and care with everyone he came across, man, woman, or child. And that's what made him not only a great player, but a great person and a great teammate. Now, his family was out there, or his family got to be out there and present and got presented with the Ring of Honor acknowledgement and not award, but just it's a lifetime achievement, right? You're in the Broncos Ring of Fame forever and ever. When people come to that stadium and into the new stadiums and wherever, you're going to be up there, DT, and no one's more deserving than you, man. I love you, brother. I just got to say that. I'm not done. Now, DT, everybody always asks me about stories. What's your best story about DT? What's your best story? Man, we have so many stories, and I really have one that I can't tell you. I can't tell you. I'm sorry, but it's hilarious. But one of my favorite moments, and something that a teammate said at the ceremony about DT that I didn't know, that he had one pass for 6 yards in the Super Bowl, and you didn't hear anything. No complaining, no bitching. That's uncharacteristic of a wide receiver, right? That's uncharacteristic. Even the great, never mind, I ain't gonna go there. Rest in peace to y'all. But like that unselfishness, just wanting to win. We all just wanted to win. That whole team, that 2015 team, we just wanted to win. We didn't care who got the glory, who made the play. And who got the recognition, man? We just wanted to win, and that's what made our team so special. It was no divas. We all feel like we came from somewhere where our backs were against the wall. I feel like we were a bunch of scratchers and clawers, right? Yeah, you may see us in a certain image because we're in the NFL now, but every man's journey is different, and how we got to the position we're in is all different. And I just feel like we all have like these underdog stories, or wherever that, wherever that hurdle in your life came, it came. And I want to give a shout out to John Elway also for putting that team together, man, and those personalities. It's hard to do. It's hard to do to put 56, 57 guys, 60 guys, 63 actually on a team, and they all have chemistry and cohesion, and we have respect for each other, and we're not talking down or behind each other's back, and it was just straight brotherhood. Man, that's what we had, and that's why we were successful. Like, were we the best team? Probably not. Were we the most talented team? Absolutely not. But you know what? We probably put the most work in, we were most dedicated, and we fought the hardest. And that's why we won our chip. It was one and done, but we got it. And I don't care what you say. You put our one team against any other team for 1 year, I got us. All other Super Bowl champions, I got us. Now, also, to recognize Ronnie Hillman and Coach Greg Knapp, rest in peace, because they were also two major, major factors in us winning that Super Bowl. No, they not going up in the Ring of Hall, but definitely Hall of Famers in my heart, especially Ronnie. Y'all know that's my dog, him and DT. But Coach Greg Knight died shortly after we won the Super Bowl, and just wanted to recognize those guys. And I think the Broncos did a great job of doing that, inviting their families out and having them involved in the celebration. So shout out to the Broncos again, man. Shout out to my team, Super Bowl 50 champs, everybody, no fly, man, everybody. Defense, offense, special teams, cooks, equipment manager, Flip, I see you out there. It was good seeing you, brother. Everyone that helped us win that championship, and in the fashion of DT, man, no man is above any other, especially in this organization. So, hey, let's go. Super Bowl 50 champs. I had an amazing time. Got to see some old friends and some young friends on the Giants before the game, so that was a great opportunity. Man, it was just a great weekend. Overall, it was just a great weekend. I don't think I had that much fun or such a good time in a long time. So, just an amazing weekend. Very grateful and fortunate for that. Now, let's go into the game. Let's go on to the game. It didn't start off too hot for us, right? Coming in, we got Jackson Dart, Cam Scatterbo, and the rest of the Giants and that defensive front, right? A really good team on paper. A really good team on paper, man. They started the season rough, with Russell Wilson and bringing Jackson Dart on. These last couple of weeks has pumped a lot of energy into this team. Jackson Dart coming in, got a lot of swag, got a lot of aura. Him and Cam Scatterbo, they play hard. I like the way they play. I like those two guys, but I did not like them this week, not against my Broncos. And I seem to be getting disappointed early, man, because I hadn't seen the Broncos play bad defense like that in a long time, like in a very long time. And at some point, I was just like, hey, man, we got to stop letting guys go free, because you have to make a quarterback like Jackson Dart, a young quarterback, you have to make him drive the length of the field. You cannot give up big plays. That's how you lose to an inexperienced quarterback. Inexperienced quarterback, I'm going to make you go 10 at a time. 10, 10, 10, until you show me you can make long drives down the field. We did that in the second half, and I believe that's why we pulled that win out. But first half, man, Jackson Dart did a great job of kind of getting out of trouble, extending plays with his legs and finding an open guy. And that's what makes him successful. He's not a quarterback right now that's going to drop back and know where he's going with the ball right now. He's just not. But you know what he can do, and what he's done the last few weeks and what he showed in college is that he's going to scramble make plays with his legs, extend the play, and he does an excellent job of finding the open guy. He finds that open guy regardless. Now, against the Broncos, them open guys was butt naked. I could have found them guys. But, nonetheless, you got to give Jackson Dart credit for that. Dayball. Woo, Dayball. I don't know if we turned you up. When you were saying what's up to all of us on the sideline, man, I think we turned you up a little bit because you came out smoking. Man, you came out smoking. I forgot what teammate it was. We was up there mad at you. Like, what the hell Dayball down there doing? He mad at us or something? But nah, you did a great job, Dayball, in that first half of managing that game and managing it for your young quarterback. We didn't tackle well. We didn't vice tackle well. The first half was just easily forgettable. Let's just forget about that first half. Let's go into the second half where we came back in amazing fashion. 33-point, was it fourth quarter, Jerm? Yep. 33-point fourth quarter. Now, I was getting texts and messages saying that, hey, we came back 33 points in the fourth. DT was 33 years old. You think DT wasn't with us in that win? You're absolutely right. DT was with us in that win. How could he have not been? But it looked bad early, even going into the fourth. And I'm not used to this. I seen Bronco fans leaving. I'm not used to this. And somebody was like, man, this is over. And I'm like, oh, this game is not over. It's 6 minutes left. We down 2 scores. We get 1 turnover. We right back in it. And we can get a turnover because we didn't have one all game. So what happens? We get the turnover. And we score in very short time. Put us right back in the game. And that's what happens. And we go in. We take the lead. Right? I think we take the lead. And then they come back and score on the PI. Oh, my goodness. That PI. Now, you guys know I've been a little rough on Moss, right? That's the cornerback name, Moss? Riley Moss, right? Riley Moss. I've been a little rough. Not rough on him, but encouraging. I'm just trying to encourage the young kid, man. Look, he did exactly what he was supposed to do, what he hadn't been doing in the weeks prior. He looked back for the ball and made a tremendous play. Hey, shout out to Riley. Hey, that was a tremendous play. I don't know if you watched the show or heard me, but if you did, great. If you didn't, even better. But that was a hell of a play, and the ref was tripping. He came from the other side of the field. Called a pass interference. Now, this is what I don't like about the NFL in this rule right here, because I have been a victim of this rule, and it always is just when we want to. Any play you throw in the end zone is going to be a discrepancy. It's going to be a discrepancy. But if you have to be close enough to really see if that's PI or not. Now, you coming from the other sideline, my brother ref, how could you see anything at field level from the other side? And you come and overtake the closest ref's call of waving it off? It's crazy. Then Coach Sean P come out there to get in your ear like he should have, and then y'all throw flags on him when you know it was a BS call. That's BS square. That's what that is. Anyway, Jackson Dart scores the next couple plays, and then y'all think it's over again, right? Wrong. What do? Go right down the field. Bo Nix. Go Ducks. Quick interjection. Now, we had our ceremony. We coming off the field at halftime after we come out and blah, blah, blah. Bo Nix is down there warming up. We all, players running by kind of encouraging him, right? He ain't paying no attention to nobody. I walk by, I had to throw that, go Ducks, Bo, what's happening? He turned around and smiled. I'm like, you got this, bruh. And he gave me one of them. And I knew at that moment, we going to come back. We are going to come back. And we did. Shout out to Bo Nix, man. Shout out to Broncos offense, Cortland Sutton out there repping DT, man, like no one other. Shout out to you. I think you're the best red zone target in the league. I think you're top 5 receiver in the league. Hey, keep doing what you're doing, and you're a better leader, man. I just see it from the outside in, man. You leading, tremendous. Hey, shout out to you, Court. Shout out to the defense, too, man. Defense came out there and did what they had to do. Get the stop when you need it. Make the quarterback look like the quarterback he is. Now, I wasn't too high on Jackson Dart, but I was a little high on Jackson Dart because I think he's a good player. But not against our defense. Man, got my beard hidden. Not against our defense. Hello, number one defense in the league. We didn't look like that the first half. I've never seen us look like that. But we came back in the second half in championship form. And I keep saying championship form because I'm a champion. I know what championship form is. If you're not a champion, how could you know? You don't know. So listen to me. War Safety First show. But anyway, yeah. So in championship form, we need a turnover. We need a turnover. Boom. Pick in their territory. Okay, what we need now? We need a stop. We just need a stop. Now, we dropped about 2 or 3 picks. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if y'all got to say me, or somebody just got to be less selfish, but those picks could have ended the game. We had like 3, and we dropped them. We also had 2 overthrown footballs that could have cost us a game. So I'm all positive, but I definitely am going to point out the negative things. We had, and P2, this was the last person I expected to see chasing the ball down like that, hoping for an overthrow. But I don't know what happened. It happens to the best of us. It happens to the best of us. Fortunately, it was overthrown. And Jackson Dart has to make those throws. If he's the quarterback that a lot of you pundits are out here saying he is, right? He's won one game, and y'all talking like he Pat Mahomes or somebody, right? You got to make those throws. You got guys running butt naked down the seam for the game, and you miss those throws? You cannot be a great quarterback if you're missing those throws. Now, in that situation, vice versa, let's flip the script. When we needed it, Bo Nix went down the field and got us in field position. I don't care about the rest of the game. I do care about the rest of the game, but the most important part of the game is them last 2 drives. With them last 2 drives, Bo Nix went right down the field, threw it. Man, that first ball, that dig, I don't even know if he knew who he was throwing to, because it was 2 guys right there. And I think it was Cortland moved his hand out the way, and we caught the dig for the first big game, and then we hit Cortland on the fade for the second, and then we kicked the field goal to win the game. What was that, 33 seconds? Like, come on, that was executed perfectly. And Sean Payton, Coach Sean, way to keep your boy's head in the game, man. I don't know what you went in there and said at halftime, but it worked. It worked. So shout out to you, man. That's why Sean Payton is a championship coach, man. Most coaches would give up, get ready for next week. That's straight up. They be getting ready for next week. Coach say, nah, man, we finna win this game. And, man, thank you guys for winning for us, because we all traveled out there. We was, man, hurt if we was going to go out like, not like this. What the lady in the Matrix say? Not like this. Not like this. So, man, 25 Broncos, man. You guys are looking up. 2025 Broncos, man. Y'all keep doing what you're doing, man. You got that tough loss against the Colts. Colts are playing great right now. I see Colts Broncos AFC Championship. I see that in our future. Just keep playing the way you playing. The Colts are playing great. Man, the Colts are playing excellent. The Colts are playing my brand of football. I love that brand of football. Taylor, run the ball, play action, play hard-nosed defense, set an edge, build a wall. You know what I'm saying? Play physical. Physical football always rules, man. When are y'all going to get that through your heads? Everybody want to be cute. Physical football reigns supreme. Always has and always will. So that's what I'm going to say. Colts, Broncos, AFC Championship game, we can get there. And I told all the players at practice, I said, hey, when we went to practice, I said, hey, y'all can win a chip. I know it's kind of like seeming like we don't know where we are as a team. It's the middle of the season. Hey, we didn't either. But you know what? We played one game at a time, and we pulled all them tough games out and got them wins, man. And you look up, you at the end of the season, you're in the AFC Championship. Straight up. You got one game to win, baby, and you get to that chip. You get to that chip, you got one game to win. And you champs, and it's over with. Let's get there, man, one game at a time, man. Broncos country. Let's ride. This Safety First show, and it's your boy, TJ Ward. I'm out. Now, let's talk about the conductor of our championship defense and what it takes to have a championship defense. And what I see in this Broncos defense that's similar to our defense. Okay, boom, 1, Coach Wade Phillips. You need A defensive coordinator that knows what the hell he's doing, first and foremost, and that has a plan. Coach Wade Phillips, son of Bum, one of the best coaches I've ever played for. Actually, a lot of those coaches on that staff were some of the best coaches I've ever played for. And that's hard to get, especially on one team. You go through 7, 8, 9 years in this league, and you may have 2 good coaches. And I'm not even – hey, if I'm lying, I'm flying. Ask the closest NFL player you're next to, or if you've seen somewhere, ask them if he had good coaches in the NFL. Half of them are going to say no. I play for some bums. Some bums. Didn't know nothing. You couldn't tell me they was trying to win football. Either you ignorant or you're trying to lose and sabotage us on purpose. Either way, I can't play for you. So, Coach Wade Phillips, what a special person, what a special coach. Man, you have to use their players. This is what Coach Wade did. He used each of us in the manner which was the best to our ability, right? He didn't try to put you somewhere that you were uncomfortable with. He didn't try to put you in positions to do something that wasn't part of your, I'm going to try to say this shit, repertoire? I don't know French, but wasn't part of your arsenal. Let's go Arsenal. I like Arsenal. He's not going to do that. Some coaches are just stubborn, big-headed, and arrogant. They're going to make you run their defense because this is my defense, and this is what the strong safety is supposed to do on this. This is what the will backer is supposed to do on this. And if you can't do this, then you can't play for me. And then you ain't got no championships either because you don't know how to coach. And that's just a fact, right? So, shout out to Coach Wade. Coach Wade, he used me. Hey, I could cover, I could hit. This is what we're going to do with you, TJ. We're going to blitz you. We're going to put you in the box on third down so you can play the run and you can guard these tight ends on third down. Boom. Dime package. Dime package. Either it was me or David Bruton. Some of y'all are familiar with Justin Simmons in that role, right? You have to be multiple. We had safeties that could play multiple and that were interchangeable. Shout out to David Bruton. He didn't play in the Super Bowl, but another huge reason why we got there. And I miss Dave throughout the playoffs because I'd be like, hey, we were perfect at, hey, you take it this time, you take it that time. I don't always want to cover. I want to come down and sting some shit. Maybe you want to cover, it's a taller tight end, and we in the red zone. You better than I'll be better on the back end. So it was having that relationship, being able to, the freedom to do that. Wade, Coach Joe Woods, they allowed us the freedom to do all that, right? Keep to leave, Chris Harris. 2 of the best corners. But Chris, he goes inside on nickel because he's a great nickel cornerback. Yeah, he starts, but he's a great nickel corner. We got Bradley Roby. He plays outside. He's a young guy. He can play nickel, but Chris is a specialist at that, right? Navy SEAL type dude at that nickel. Leave, he going to take your big number 1, your big dog, your ex. Robe, he a playmaker. He going to go get the ball. He going to create plays. He may get beat, but he might pick that ball off too. He may knock that ball out, That's Robe. He our joker. He was always our joker. Robe going to come up with a play sooner or later. You got Stu back there. Stu came in the Super Bowl year. I was pleased to have him. That's my dog, my running mate back there. I know I'm not the only hitter back there. Stu is going to come. He's going to knock your knees out. Hey, Stu, we were talking about this weekend. Hey, you did not want to run between them hashes with us because we not backpedaling. You look at that Patriots game, you look at a few games, Stu just sitting there. I dare you to run this slant. I dare you to run this seam. And that's what we did. We dare teams. We dare you. You want to be successful at this? It's going to come with some pain. It's going to come with some pain. And that's what we did. We inflicted our pain. And then we talk about the D-line, Wolf, Malik, Vance, who was in there? Sly. Hey, now. Hey, everybody. That middle, you can't run the ball on us. You can't run the ball out. We selling out. And then, we had on the edge big dogs, Von Miller and DeMarcus Ware. Shane Ray coming in, too. Rente McCray. We got guys coming off that edge. Defense is like chemistry. You like chemistry? I don't either. But I know elements create something at the end, and you get an effect. I don't even think I took chemistry. If I did, I took 1 year of it. But when you have all these elements They create championship defenses. They create championship defenses. And that's what you see. You see that from the Broncos now, right? You got Benito, Cooper on the edge. You got Allen in the middle. You got Hufanga in the back, right? Our backers. Greenlaw's back. Singleton. Yeah, hey, the corners. P2. P2. You got the rookie. Forgot his name. I always forget names, but 2-3. He's like our robe. He got to get better, and they got to mold and form around him, right? I don't think he had his best game this week, but that's okay. He's a talented guy, and you guys just got to, come around him and form like a village, man. We had a village around Robe. We would not let Robe slip as a young player. We wouldn't let him slip. He wanted to. I ain't gonna lie. Robe wanted to a couple times, but we had to pull him back. You know why? Because we needed him. We needed him. Everyone has to be accountable. Everybody has a job and a responsibility. Coach Wade used to come into the meeting room and say, hey, what's your job? Your job is to get to the football. You're on defense. Everybody get to the football like your hair is on fire. And what's your responsibility? Within that job, you have responsibilities. Okay, if you're a corner, you know your responsibility. If you're a linebacker, you know your responsibility. Safety, you know your responsibility. But you have a job to do first, and that's to get to the ball. Get to the ball, get it down, pick it off, go the other way, right? Now, what I think the Broncos defense could do better is score on defense. We need some scores with those turnovers, right? We scored on defense a lot, and that's what got us, into the win column in a lot of those games. We needed those defensive scores. If we didn't score ourselves, we were putting our offense in the red zone, right? And part of that is my fault because I didn't score. I kept getting slipped or fall or tackle right on the 10-5 and notoriously the Super Bowl. But that field was so slippery. I'm not going into that. Back to what I was saying. The chemistry. Every team needs the same or similar recipe to get to that championship style of defense. And that's what we had, right? Everybody was accountable and everybody knew their roles and responsibilities. And another thing, I was thinking about seeing all these guys, let's talk about practice. I'll be on the table fresh off a high ankle sprain. I ain't been out 1 week in there getting some rehab, taped up. I got my teammates, Keeb, D. Ware, Chris, Vaughn. Hey, you ain't practicing today? Oh, man, you ain't practicing. Bro, I got a high ankle sprain. I've been out 1 week. Cut me some slack. I need to recover. Nah, we need you at practice. We need to get better. And that was with everybody. We come in there and see you on the equipment table or hey, man, you been hurt for about 2 weeks now, right? About time to get ready. Man, I done broke my neck. So what? We need you at practice. Accountability, responsibility for each other's, man. And that makes championship defense. That makes championship teams. And you can say whatever you want to anybody, and they ain't getting their feelings hurt. And that's why we friends to this day, because we were brothers. And when brothers don't mean everything is good. Brothers mean you can talk bad to each other and turn around and be great 5 minutes later. That would make you a brother. A brother ain't like, oh, we just making sure we ain't want to ruffle nobody fellas. Hell nah. Brotherhood mean I could be 100% real with you and talk bad because I want better from you. It ain't about just talking bad or down to you. Hey, man, I want to see you improve, and we expect better and we expect more from you. And that's what made us great. So, hey, Broncos, 2025, 2015. Hey, look, 5-5. Let's get there. Let's get there, man. Monday Night Football. We have the Lions and Tampa Bay in Detroit. Man, what a game, what a game. Looking like two NFC favorites. Baker Mayfield, we'll see what he does tonight. Because Jonathan Taylor over there in Indy is trying to get into that MVP conversation. I'm going to lie. He toting that bean. And that whole coach, that whole team, man, that got something special done. I remember early in the season I was talking about their owner on the sideline with the headset. And, you pundits again. Oh, we don't know nothing about football. Why she got a headset? She don't know what they saying in between. It's not about that. It's about businesses. Again, checks and balances. Are my employees doing what they're supposed to do, and are they being held accountable? Now, yeah, may not know what a play means, but she going to come in and if something in communication was mixed up, and the coach said he said this, and the player said he said that, and vice versa. He say something in the media different than what was heard on them headsets. He got to take responsibility. I love it. I love it. I love it. And that's why the Colts are where they are. When you hold people accountable and you put them on blast for their mistakes, they tend not to do those mistakes much more or as often. And she's doing a great job at that. Shout out to Carly Ursay Gordon. Shout out to her, man. She's doing a great job holding everyone in that building accountable. And the Colts, they're on the rise, man. They're on the rise. But that and Baker Mayfield, that's where we're at. Baker Mayfield and Tampa Bay. Really, I had whoever was playing at home winning this game. That's how good both these teams are. And that I don't think that either one of them could beat the other on the road. Now, that's just me. Now, the Lions got to bounce back from last week. Tampa had a win at home against the Niners. I had the Niners winning in Tampa, and they almost did. But, Baker Mayfield, once again, gets the win. They both were depleted. They both had a bunch of injuries, so there was no excuse for either teams. But Baker pulled it out at home. The Niners had to cross the country. There's some factors into that win, but nonetheless, Tampa Bay got the win. Now, going into this game, Dan Campbell and the Lions, they got to get back up. It's not going to be hard. They playing in Detroit. Got to get back up for this home game. You got top of the NFC coming in, your house. I expect the Detroit Lions to make a statement, and I expect them to get back to that ball they was playing before last week, because I don't know what was going on last week, but they got back to running the ball, giving Montgomery and Gibbs. Montgomery and Gibbs the ball, man. They got to get the ball. They got to. And then you start whooping them on the inside with St. Brown, and you stretch the field with Williams. We got to get back to that. You don't stay on that recipe, it's a disaster, man. It's a recipe for a loss. And you got to play more physical, man. You got Arnold on the outside on defense. Kirby, he a little banged up at safety. So we're a little banged up on defense right now. The edge, he banged up. So it's a little similar to last year, man. I hope you guys stay healthy, because you guys are a great team. You're a good team. Not great. You're a good team. But you got to stay healthy. I don't know what y'all doing in that training room or the nutrition, something. You get too many injuries back-to-back years. I'm firing somebody. That's got to do with health, because my guys aren't health and they not well, and we need some health and wellness around this motherfucker. So, yeah, hey, you talking about coaches on the hot seat. That trainer may be on the hot seat. But nonetheless, I got Detroit. Oh, man, they're going to light it up tonight. Extra day of preparation. Whoa. But Tampa got some injuries out. Mike Evans comes back. Ibuka, I think he's out with a hammy. Even if he is playing, that hammy's going to be hindering him. So, another reason, I got Detroit at home. 30-21, Detroit Lions. Yep, that's where we going. Safety first, man. TJ Ward, man, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, man. Y'all ain't been doing that. You been watching, telling me I watched the show, but how would I know if you don't like, comment, or subscribe? Put a laughy face or something. Yeah, watch the show. Hey, I don't know that. I ain't seen your comment. All right, man. I'm out. It's CJ Ward, safety first.